Well, good afternoon, good evening, and perhaps even good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for dropping by and joining me yet again for another exciting human soiree that could be a little bit of 3D, a little bit of 2D, a little bit of housekeeping, a little bit of everything. I hope I can lift up your afternoon, Joe. That would be really nice. Joe and Rod, wonderful to see you both. And Julia, of course, who's watching in the other room. Very nice to see you too. I thought I'm going to go and start the day with a little bit of housekeeping. That is a little feature I've discovered on Twitch. Do you remember recently we've made those little star icons for my new feature I've unlocked on YouTube, that during a premiere, during a live stream, people who join the channel get a little logo, and depending on how long they've been with that channel join program, that color of the star changes. I just found out that this is also available on Twitch, and I didn't know about this, but since we already have the icons in place, I thought I might just, start implementing that on Twitch as well. So rather than that generic kind of white star with the purple outline that we subscribers get, that'll be replaced with the actual star of the badge of the star crew, if you will. So it's going to be exciting. And then once we've done that, that's going to take maybe half an hour, 3/4 of an hour, something like that. Then I'd like to take a look at adding some pockets to the cargo shorts we've made on the girl outfit, the puffy shirt outfit. If you're up for that, stick around and we'll see what we can do. Oh, there's one other thing, also Marvelous Designer related. Brian was asking, well, he wasn't asking, he was showing off kind of a mock-up of the cover that he's working on with all the 3D plants that he's built for his fifth book, I believe, 2 Kelvin. And in one of the pictures, he's using long trousers for Marvelous Designer, and there's 2 plants that kind of wrap tentacles around the protagonist's leg, and that kind of scrunches, or should scrunch, the trousers that he's wearing in. And I know how to do that in Marvelous Designer, and I thought maybe we'll do that once Brian gets here. So there we go. Let's go and start with a bit of music. Very important, I think. A bit of Oakwood Station. That sounds nice. Bit of smooth jazz. Joe, you like smooth jazz, right? Let's go do this. Smooth jazz. I'll also go start with, I made some thumbnails. I've exported some of these streams. I cut them down and exported them to YouTube so that we can have premieres on YouTube, which is awesome. If you're watching on YouTube, what you're watching right now, shall become a regular thing in the mornings. That's what I'm trying to establish. This was the latest thumbnail I've made. So this was for the episode in which I'm exporting the garment to Blender and then rendering it, and that's just composited in Photoshop with various layers. Scanning and archiving. Oh, okay, that's exciting. Thank you, Joe. Yes, it was quite funky to make them. So we're going to see more of that outfit later. But yes, this is a Blender render with a bit of a subdivision surface modifier. So there's still a bit of chunkiness going on here, but the sleeves, that was kind of an experiment. I happened upon this more or less by accident. So yes, very, very cool. And so what we're going to try and do later is on these trousers here, I like to have a pocket on the side, either side, that like cargo shorts, they bulge out a little bit. And then on her back, I'll have a flat pocket, maybe with stitching on the inside. Something like that. That's the plan for later. I'll leave Photoshop open because we need to go and do things with it. I think I'll go and begin by adding my pointer focus so that you can see where my cursor is at any given moment. One of those things. Oh, isn't that nice? Isn't that nice, Rod? I think so too. I think this was really funky that everyone just chipped in, and everyone wants you to get going with DAZ Studio. And thank you so much for posting that render, like what you used to be able to do with DAZ Studio, because you can make amazing things. Absolutely. And it would be so sad to lose out on all the content that you've got. I think this is it here, Star Emote YouTube, the one we've made. And we're going to go ahead and essentially go turn this into a Twitch equivalent. So Twitch, we're going to leave it exactly the same, just putting different colors on like we did with YouTube, depending on how long a subscriber has been a subscriber. Rod, I don't even remember. How long have you been a subscriber? I don't remember. It's been a while. Chris, the same thing. Hello, Mr. Chris. Good to see you. I'm taking yet again another leaf out of your book. I'm making emotes. I'm not so much making them as uploading them today. And so the reason why this is interesting for me is because Twitch requires 3 different sizes. And rather than exporting this manually at 3 different sizes, I'm going to try and figure out a way to get Photoshop do the heavy lifting for me, so that we just essentially export once and then Photoshop will create all the sizes that we need. I think maybe we can all chip in there together. I think, Rod, you and Chris, you might probably know more about Photoshop than I do. Let me just go and find the thing in the Twitch. This is the video producer. These are all the highlights and live streams that I've got going. So I've made them a bit shorter, which is really nice. Added a little thumbnail there. So where is that again? That is under, is it community? No. Is it under preferences? It's affiliate, that's the one. And then somewhere, way down here, there's this tiny thing, bits tier reward, badges and emotes. That could be it. I think so. Bits, tier rewards, badges and emotes. So this is where I can add an emote if somebody cheers bits. So we might do that later. But there's also a section, and that might be at the bottom, and there might be somewhere else. There's literally badges here. If you're onboarding, we'll see if we can find it. Emotes, could be in emotes. It's also subscription names. Oh, that's cool. I can give this names. That's cool. Associate producer. That's what you two are. Very cool. You two are associate producers. I like it. But that's also not where we do that. That's emotes. Could it be just emotes? Could it be that? I'm trying to just look at my chat, and there we go, finally. I think there's all kinds of pop-ups that happen, new plugins that install themselves in Firefox. Mr. Steve, hello! Good to see you. Very good to see such a full house. I always appreciate that when we can all hang out and do things together. Steve, how's it going? Is it still hot? In Brisbane. Upload emotes for tier 1, 2, 3. No, that's not it. They're called loyalty badges. Man, and I don't know where they are. Loyalty badges, as where it says loyalty badges. Duh. There we go. This is the same concept that we have in YouTube. So we have one base. That's the current star. I believe that like Rod is displaying, for example. That is Rod's a subscriber. And Chris, I can't see it. I think you have a special one because you're like, you know, from the first get-go, you've been a subscriber. Don't know if that's going to change. We'll see how it works. So the base one, 18 by 18, 36 by 36, and 72 by 72. Those are the 3 sizes that we need. And then we need a different color for base, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year subscriber. And these, I guess, we won't unlock for, I don't know, the next 12 years. That's cool. That's okay. So, 3 sizes from Photoshop. Let's see if we can do it. So I have a feeling, if we just start with the yellow one, as an example, you go over here and you say export as, I believe, right? You will get your own little star, exactly. And, you know, since you're here, you can also you can have an influence on what color we should tier them as. I'll go and export them while we all think about what color should a new subscriber have, what should be the 3-month color, what should be the 6-month color, and so forth. So I really don't know how we need to do that here. It's this kind of scary dialogue up here. So if anyone knows this in Photoshop, do let me know. Mr. Jeremy, wonderful to see you. Good night to Singapore. Good evening and good night. So there's size here. Size will be that. Oh, I see. And then we give it the percentage tab sizes. That's exciting. I see, I see. So we can size it up by once, twice, and 3 times. Or we can size it down by half and 0.25. Oh, that's how it works. That song, let me have a look. Rod, I do not know. Let's have a look. It's Oakwood Station. Just another walk in the park. Yes, absolutely. Very nice. I do like a bit of smooth jazz. Oh, this is my Trello list of episodes of 3D Shenanigans. I think I can close that down. So 72, this is half of that, and this is then half of that. So I think we can make use of that by making our original Photoshop file 72 by 72. And that'll be the ×1 size. And then we say export that, then export 0.5 of that, and then 0.25 of that. And this is my reasoning correct there. Let's see. See if we can make that happen. So these are Star Emotes YouTube, and I'll just save this as a new thing first of all, so that we don't do that Emotes YouTube, and we could put that into another folder, and we call that Twitch. And in here we're going to call it Loyalty Badges Twitch. So we've locked that in. First of all, let's size this down to 72 by 72. Boom. Then our smaller. So then on the export dialog, I think, and don't quote me on this, I think I say export as. And then literally up here we'll say, first of all, that's misspelled. I might correct that in a minute, but we'll go and add a 0.5 size to this. And let's call it at 0.5, that's cool. And let's go and add that. And then we'll also add, this one here. This is just that one. And then we'll add one more. That'll be the 0.25 size, I think. And add 2.5, that's cool. We'll just leave those names, that's perfect. And then let me just go and see what happens if we were to export that. I would imagine we now get, first of all, the dialog as to where do we want to put that. Ideally into the other directory, which is emotes, that's cool, under Twitch. We'll just put that in here. Let's do that. And just go do that. So that, hopefully, would be 3 sizes now. Am I right? Or am I making it up here? Streaming, emotes, Twitch. Yes, there we go. So we've got this. And that is, let me just see if it's actually correct. Is it not on details? Says somewhere 72, that's perfect. Bit depth 32, that's perfect. That's the Photoshop file. This one here, properties details, is indeed 36. Look at that! Photoshop's just made my life so much easier. And 18. That is kind of cool. So now all I need to do is make sure I delete them and just name them again properly. That's good to know. Look at that. You like tan, brown, blue, red and green. Okay. Interesting. I'll see if what we've set them up as on YouTube, that we can kind of go with that. Chris, let me ask you, did you set this up on your channel? Did you have these loyalty badges? I've only just found out about it. I didn't know. This is kind of inspired by what we saw on YouTube. Let me go see if I can. There's a crazy secret shortcut here. This is Control-Alt-Shift-W. That's good. Let's not make it F3 because that would be way too easy. So that's it. And I will just call that emotes Twitch. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go and make a new folder. Loyalty badges. And go put that in there. And then we'll go and I see, don't we need to, where do I give it that file name? I think that is something I haven't quite worked out, because when I do another star now, like the blue one, where do I put that file name? Where's that? I can say export and it'll do all that. But wouldn't it, should this be here? Is that something, where do I set the file name? That's crazy. Usually I say, that's certainly the folder, but where you've got the I don't get it. And then it just overwrites it, so that's pretty uncool. And it's still got the wrong file names. I don't. This is something I don't really understand. How do you do that? Yes, in action that is also possible, and then just let it do its thing. I just thought this is kind of a swanky feature that is just in principle quite nice. Maybe under export preferences. Now this is for quick export, isn't it? Yeah, so this is not it actually. Yes, it's a bit weird that I can't actually name that. So I can only put them in their own special folders, but they'd still have wonky file names then. Do you know? So, bizarre. Maybe I'll just do that. And also I will just go and save this as something that actually has a correct name. Maybe I'll just call them Blue Badge. Blue Badge. And then I can go and say export as into the blue folder. Or just go and say, I suppose I have to create a new folder. Let's just do that. Blue. And then it just gives it that name. Blue, and then we go, and this one is then the yellow one, I guess. Let's do that. Yellow badge. Yes, that is handy. Yes, I think I had something like that once myself, Steve. That is a very good idea. Yeah, so this allows you to have several size variations, which is what we need for Twitch. Yellow badge. Export into, of course, the yellow badge folder. So new folder, yellow. I don't know why Twitch can't do this at their end, that you upload one logo and it then creates all the sizes. I don't know what the major issue is with them. Don't know. Purple, now that certainly fits into the Twitch color scheme, does it not? Purple badge. So this is how that works. This is kind of nice for me to figure this out. Loyalty badge. Purple. Nice. What else we got? We have red. Nice. I like it. Export as. Oh, Mr. Zero Kelvin. The real Zero Kelvin. I like it. Oh, this is the red one first of all. Let's go save that. How are you today? How was work? Red badge. Very good to see you, Brian. I'm just exporting some YouTube. No, sorry. The same thing that we've had with when we set up the YouTube loyalty badges, like the for the subscribers, for the people who've joined my channel over on YouTube. Thank you, by the way, very nice of you. Those people can get little graphical star for members of the star crew, and they have, depending on how long they are a member, they have different colors, and we're going to do the same thing here. So it's going to be very, very exciting. I didn't know this feature existed on Twitch, but I can do the same thing here. So loyalty badges on Twitch, and I've got this thing going here that sets up that I export the image once and it then saves 3 sizes, which is kind of handy. Exactly what I need for Twitch. So Twitch needs 3 different sizes. This is the red one, and this is kind of a new thing for me to try this out. Works quite nicely. So the workflow is that I have to go and save my file. And this one is the green badge, just so that it takes on that particular file name. And then I say save as. Not save as, actually, sorry. Export, file export as. And that'll do this magic here. So I can add various sizes going up or down, so I can also increase the size, which is quite nice. This was green. It looks a bit like cyan, I must say. But hey. Cyan. Like the games company. Oh, was that green? Did I just say cyan? I did, didn't I? Because this is really cyan. Did I just do that? This is now cyan. Green badge and inside loyalty badges. What do we have here? We have a cyan folder. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. So I'll call this one the green one. Fine. Left, right, up, down. Cyan, green, blue is all the same to me, isn't it? Oh no, Brian, that's terrible. Everything was foiled. That is uncool. What happened? Any details you can share with us? It's fine if you can't do that or don't want to do that. That's also cool. So I'll call this one green even though it's cyan. And then I'll rename those folders in a moment. So that it doesn't mess with our brains quite so much. There we go. 18, 36, and 72. Let's go rename those. Rename those. Those folders here in loyalty badges. So green was now cyan. And then this here was cyan. There we go. That makes sense, does it? Does it? It's kind of more cyan than that. Yeah, okay, fine. I'm down with that. So I don't exactly remember what we had on YouTube. Let me just have a quick nosy here under memberships. See if we wanted to follow that tier. So we had kind of green, blue, yellow, red. No, sorry, this is kind of green, cyan, yellow, red, blue, purple. Ah. Oh, that's not good. That is not good, Brian. If it's like that. So the base color, this is when somebody just subscribed. Shall we leave it that way? The first subscriber gets a green badge, followed by cyan, followed by yellow. Shall we just try this out and see how it looks? Let's see. And also see if it goes live immediately or if they have to approve it. That is also possible. We'll see what happens here. Loyalty badges. I've already forgotten. What was it again? I think it was cyan, wasn't it? Let's start with cyan, the smallest one. There we go. The next bigger one. And then the 72 thing one. Oops. Man. Why did you do that? That's uncool. Could do it all again. One. I gotta tell you, this interface could perhaps do with a little facelift. Oh, there we go. Badge Flare. Let tier 2 and 3 subscribers show off their support with Badge Flare. Either use the default, Twitch stars, or upload your own custom flares. Another time, upload badge. By uploading and saving these files, you are confirming that you own the rights to the images. Absolutely. Goody. Is that live already? That'd be cool. See if it works. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that reasoning. 2-month subscriber. Let's make him blue. Is that what we said? Is that how we do this on YouTube? Yeah, I think, do you know, I don't think it'll actually show up for you because I don't actually know why. Because you already have the first badge. I think you and Chris, you're always going to retain the first badge maybe. But Rod, you try typing something and let's see what happens. I don't know, Steve, are you a subscriber? I don't think you're a subscriber. You're a moderator. That's why you have the little sword. Then the little crown icon, that means you're a Twitch Prime member. That shows off your Prime status. And I think, yeah, Rod, if you type something, that should show you something. I think I can type something as well. Let me say test. No, I've still got the purple star, so it hasn't quite updated yet. That's the star. So next to me, I've got the camera icon. That's because I'm the broadcaster, and I'm also a Prime subscriber. And then there's this this purple star, and that is I think that is the loyalty badge. See, cyan followed by blue, followed by yellow. All right, let's try it out. Blue, tiny version. Something. There we go. Still the purple star. Okay, so maybe I have a feeling, I mean, emotes in general at Twitch's end, they need to be approved. So it could well be that, so that you don't put, you know, NSFW images in there. Just making sure somebody like human needs to have a look at it. And I can see that, I can understand that. So perhaps next time we meet, maybe at that point we will see a change. I remember with my rat emote, it needs to be approved by, you know, human. And it's fair enough. And we can always see if these things are too dark, like the blue. If that's too dark, we'll just replace it with something else. What's next here? Red and blue and purple. Red, blue, purple. Perfect. That's all we have, really. Alrighty, red next. Red next, rather than redneck. We could even, if it's too dark as well, we can make it just slightly lighter. The Star Crew has loyalty badges. I love it. Isn't that nice? Being part of a clan and all. Do you know, and people would get upset, like all over the world. And it, you know, there, look at that. 9 months. It's a bit like clothes, isn't it? The THS, that's not a good combination. Blue, all right, let's give it blue. And then you're with it a year and you look like you've always been on Twitch. That's nice. Hang on a minute, didn't I use blue here? What happened there? Oh, that should have been green. I see. Well, we'll switch it around. We'll put green here then. I can't remember now. Is this green or is this cyan? This is going to be green. Green cyan. And this is cyan already. So it's green now then. Oh dear. Let's see. Is this green? Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Do you know, yes, that would be good. I remember, I don't know if you've seen the email, but I, maybe a couple of weeks ago or so, got an email from Twitch, like an open email, apologizing for how poorly they've handled the way that they've just taken streamers off air who were using copyrighted music. Because it being a live platform, they can delete the VODs, but they don't have the features that YouTube have. YouTube just looks at a 2-hour video and it detects, well, there's a 1-minute copyright protected thing and you can now mute that part, but other than that your video will stay intact. So Twitch don't seem to have those tools. They apologize for the fact that the only thing they could really do was to delete the whole VOD and also just pull your channel. So the way it worked was that people were streaming, having music in the background that was copyright protected. They then got, so Twitch then got a complaint by like a DMCA takedown request, and the only thing they could do at that point, because they were lacking the tools or the bots or the elegant way that you could warn somebody and say, hey, you know, you need to change that, they just pulled the channel basically. So a lot of people were just not just kicked off air, their channel was literally not so much terminated but blocked until there was some kind of you know, back and forth and whatnot. There we go, 1 year subscribers. Ooh, looking forward to that. Yeah, maybe they should do bot sharing, that would be nice. So this is nice. This is locked. Year 2 to 8 badges. Yeah, okay, let's not worry about that. Badge flare, I don't really know what that is. Let's have a look what the learn more button tells us. Badge flare. And then you get something else on top of that badge. I'm not entirely sure if we need to do that, because how many more pixels can you add on an 18 by 18 thing so that it then becomes something else? I mean, do you see a difference between this and that? Because I don't. And realistically, that is the size that is showing up. Let's not worry about the badge flare then, shall we? Ay caramba. Okay, cool. That's that. And then if I go back to loyalty badges, are they still there? Yeah, they're still there. That's perfect. Alrighty. Before submitting your badge and flare, make sure it adheres to the Twitch subscribers badge guidelines. Submissions in violation of these guidelines will be rejected and may result in action against your account. Let's just hope a star doesn't offend anybody. Oh wow, do I want to become famous? No. Thanks for the offer though. Same here, Steve, same here. Oh, and it's double attack. I love it. Wow. Could you take care of that, Brian? That'd be really nice. Or Steve, either of you. You can maybe, you know, split the work between you. That's much appreciated. Take care of these clowns. And that's really all we wanted to do here. This is nice. So now we have a, hopefully when this gets approved, we have a nice little flare here. Go on. Hopefully.